Hello everybody, my name is Abbas Temori. I'm a Canadian citizen with a Persian-Iranian background. I am the elder of Baha'u'llah, one of the 24s that is foretold in Bible. Believe it or not, I am the only sign of God in earth that actually can speak. Everything is a sign of God, but I don't know if they can talk. I do talk on behalf of Baha'u'llah, who is the manifestation of God on the earth. Few months ago, I had somebody asking me, not exactly a few months ago, a few weeks ago, is there a miracle that could change, the situation in the United States? He told me, you're a Baha'i and you believe in the miracle, and you think it's a miracle that... I told him that miracles are possibilities. It's not any impossibilities. Or the possibilities, very thoughtful basis possibilities that nobody has thought about it directly. But some random actions of people lead to this very well thought of solution. But for some reason we don't get to it by thinking. We just run into it by our own actions. It's a possibility. But I had no answer to him about if there is such a miracle about the United States, because I personally believe COVID-19 they call it, and these viruses, they are in the fabric of the nature of God. What you have to understand that I do from the Department of the Divinity of God is that the creation of God is not by the thinking process. It's really a random things. Like a child who randomly throws things on the wall for a painting and it could be meaningful. As you can see, there is billions and trillions of planets around us for so many light years, and there's only one Earth. So as you can see, as Dr. Brian Cox was saying, it's an oasis that is not very easily to come by. So if I was God, and if you were God, you would be really, 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 very, very happy that there is an Earth where intelligent being like us can come in and he could basically use us to talk to each other and talk through us. So if I was him, I would be very careful about the Earth and what people might do to it. Of course, people, according to him, he loves them all, no matter who, all of them. It's just they're like children, and they do things inadvertently because of the lack of knowledge or simply selfish desires that they might hurt each other. That's how he looks at it. That's why, because he's so big, he loves everybody, We can't hurt him in no ways and shape, so causes him to hate us. But he has made in the fabric of the nature that when Baha'i faith comes, there are so many years of not listening, it leads you to some road where there's COVID, where there's AIDS. Okay? And if you go further, by fixing this COVID and Corona, and go further, there is something bigger yet. It goes. As you can see, the Amish people are living, they have understood that if they want to keep that kind of a religion that Roman did 2,000 years ago, then they have to live Amish way. But we're not. We're sticking to those kind of a religion that Roman had, which was no religion before Christ comes, and a religion called Christianity after Christ comes, and the Arabs, they became Muslims. If you want thinking that kind of a mentality, we can't be getting too close to each other. It's dangerous for us. So COVID is coming and say that, hey, spread out. You can't be together like this way. Because right now, in this togetherness, you're automatically, obviously, conspicuously should be one unit in the planet with one universal government that Baha'u'llah has advised us to have. So you can take care of this thing, but you're not doing that. So a simple country like Djibouti could go on and do something that can cause problem everywhere. Even if you're as good as a unit like China, where the individuals have no power as opposed to central government, the chances of individuals coming so big are not there. And these big individuals in the Western hemispheres and Western civilization, they could have all kind of island in the Pacific, and they could do all kind of a strange stuff. And we don't know it. They're like their own countries. So, since we are in this situation, I knew that COVID is not a bad thing. It's a good warning of other things that might come. But is there a miracle? I'm just always saying it. How do I answer this guy? Is there a miracle? This matter has gone to me in the last few days. Really, what could change the situation overnight? Some miraculous things. And tonight I was listening to Bill Gates. I was completely flabbergasted by the knowledge, by the depth of the knowledge that this man has in biochemistry, in medicine, and the statistics and pandemics. It's beyond belief. He is so knowledgeable. Yet he's a great businessman. What a combinations. But the most important things about Bill Gates is that he is one of the definitely finest individuals on the planet Earth. A person who is not a Baha'i, but yet he has got to such a depth of service and action that has become a spiritual. It's like a guy who has a big pack of diamond on the back and doesn't know what it's worth when, but he has it, So he's not aware, and I'll tell you what is the drawback on that he's not a Baha'i. So as I was looking at him, I said, Jesus, this United States is bipolar country. On one pole, I see the most famous and the most oblivious, egotistic individual. At least it shows it that way. But believe me, he has a sickness. I know that he's bipolar. And I lived with them. And I know all the sign of Donald Trump shows that he has a bipolar sickness. But I've seen bipolars that some of them are very good people, nice people. I have tenants that are bipolar, and then there are other ones that are bipolar, but they're so bad. This guy is so egotistic, and he thinks that he's the most intelligent man in the earth because he could gather, like a magnet, all the follies and foolishness and stupidity that is collected in part of the United States of America, and like a magnet, as big as the stupid, in the center have attracted all these stupid people together and created a unity of these guys. Not even majority, because it never was a majority. So this is one side of the America, and the other side of the America is this Bill Gates, This man is, it's something, For me as a Baha'i, how do I criticize this guy? There's nothing to criticize him. He has so much joy in him that as he talks, and it seems that the joy inside, happiness, spills over because he's so dedicated in serving humanity, And Baha'u'llah says, there is no more bigger worship than serving the humanity. So, but there's one drawback. The drawback is that because he's big, he's powerful, he's rich, he's like a big giant, you read in the Gulliver's Travel. He doesn't see people like me because I'm small. He thinks I'm small. And he doesn't see me. And people like me that they could come up with serious solution. They can't see me. They can't. There is no way that anybody could go tell them that there is me here with a solution. You know, to begin with, there aren't many people that even believe I'm anybody. And those who do, they're not having power to go to him. So that's the miracle that takes. The possibilities are there. And because he's not a Baha'i, Mr. Bill Gates, at least I don't know it, he very much must have heard about it and even contemplated on it. But he's not very active in it, otherwise he would know that I exist. And I'm the elder of God. I'm here to solve the problem. So that is why there's no contact. And this is the drawback. But if it was, and this miracle would happen, that I talk to this guy, I don't need more than a few minutes, because if it works, it works. If not, it's not. And that he should run for the presidency of the United States of America. There is nobody at this point with this sickness that is just mind-boggling. It's going in the United States. I see all the signs that is going to decimate economies, lives in all the sectors. There is nothing bigger than this for the fall of the Roman Empire and the West's showy appendices. This is it. It's a very, very huge prelude to that. And he would say, oh no, I'm not in politics. I leave it to Washington. He can't leave it to Washington. He should run for a presidency with no party's affiliations and get on his ass, as he has right now, for the world pandemic and all this area, get in and solve this problem. This cannot be by the ordinary people. He is the biggest, richest economist, if you want to know, in the world, yet he has so much knowledge about this pandemic and the things that he does. This is the best combination. Look at that. The collective of United States has Donald Trump and Bill Gates. Donald Trump, who's totally useless, he wants to become president. This man who is totally useful, relevant, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. You know, people were telling me that with your intelligence when I was there, I don't know, 35 years ago. I come as an immigrant. In 1984, I had nothing. I had to borrow $700, $700 to rent a place for my wife and the kids. And the next year, I bought a land and I started to build my own house. People, they said, "Who lives in the Snob Hill? This guy." I told them, I know. But I'm not interested in money business, brother. If I wanted to be Bill Gates, thousands times I could. That's the simplest. I wanted to know something else. I wanted to know what's the origin of existence. I know it. Nobody on the planet knows it. I've spoken to Bill Gates on the material aspect, but I will be soon talking about the origin of existence to you. So, this is it. If you want a miracle to fix the United States, I saw the miracle. It was on CNN. Anderson Cooper and Dr. Sanjay Gupta was talking to him. He is the most informed individual in the United States of America with infinite money and greater skills in economy. What a combination. But will he accept this to run for presidency? If he does, immediately the people in the United States from all sorts, they will vote for him. And he should, his slogan should be that no politics. This is what I am. This is not about the politics. Zero. This is, I'm running for presidency to save the United States of America. Not just because it's my country, it's because a big chunk of the planet Earth. That Earth relies on it. But who's going to go tell him? For him to be capable of doing that, United States, in the social and spiritual realm, have to have reached to an area, just like you have microscope and see little things. In the social and spiritual sense also, you have the microscope that you find me there. Do you? You can't. You see, this is the issue. We haven't come to a point that when the spiritual power comes here, which is God really, in the form of man, and tries to talk to us, we always ignore him. And as long as we do, what a proportion of we do, we will sway to the right or left and not into the straight path. Then we're going to have to deal with many COVIDs till we come to that understanding. Good night.